one of those distortion pedals that I have, the X7, which is probably one of the best bass distortion pedals that ever existed.
Yeah.
It has a low pass on it. So basically the way it works is that it has lows and highs, and you can basically mess with it. Mm-hmm. It has a low comp and a low level, then it has a high level and then high drive. And then it has a low pass and a high pass filter like
on the outside.
Yeah, you can go from 50 hertz to like 200. Mm-hmm. So you can make it really subby, or you can make it like mid. Yeah. Like low, mid, heavy. And then on the other side with the high pass filter, you can either make it like almost like a fuzz to like it sounds like a pushed SVT. Mm-hmm. And it gives you like that bright like gain tube driven attack kind of stuff. That's awesome. And then it has a 5-band EQ in the middle too, so that you can fuck with it. And that's the
dark glass?
That's a dark glass pedal, yeah.
Yeah, and that would be perfect for
me. I use that for like the full-on distortion, like for like the breakdown and riddled. Yeah. I use that. Yeah. And then for like the punk stuff, I have the B7K, which is like a 2-channel Sans amp kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I use the clean for basically everything on that. That's the main preamp. And then it has a second channel, and I basically just dirty it up with a little bit of distortion that you can blend into it. Mm-hmm. So that, like, for instance, songs like what the fuck is the name of it? Oh, any of the punk songs that I would use a pick on, like Things We Don't Mean and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like to get that extra attack, like I would use that setting. Mm-hmm. And so I have 3 channels, and then I have the dark glass compressor pedal too. Nice. Which just evens up the whole thing. So like normally I've had the problem with like the lower strings, like the B, E, A, are super fat and like dominant in the mix, and then once I start like going up and noodling around, you can't fucking hear anything.
Yeah, it kind of loses the balls.
Yeah, well, with that compressor pedal, it just makes everything just as loud as everything.
Yeah, when I was playing bass, I had like a Mark bass amp, and I had a rack compressor. Yeah, and I did that for that exact reason, and my my bass goes into that first, because the way it works in that chain is that we take the DI at the B7K, which is actually last in the chain, and but now it's going to be great because now we can take that line and then take the line from the U5, which is what we did before, but it was passive. So both weren't touched by each other. Mm-hmm. And now what I think I should do is I should just have the U5 that has the color from the pedals. Yeah. And then just the pedals before it has the low end before it hits your wireless pack.
Yeah. So that he has like a low and a high bass that he can blend together instead of like a dry bass and then a wet bass. Like I prefer just low and high.